Pero a uno pues literalmente lo obligan porque uno no puede, ¿qué excusa va a decir? Le va a mandar una carta a la mamá.
Yo voy a hablar, no importa.
¿Mm?
Ya yo voy a hablar en adelante. Voy a
¿Qué?
hablar al 100.
Cuando le exponga yo, voy para allá.
Me demoro media hora acá nada más. Hey, Sebas.
Imagínense pues lo que le pasó a mis hermanitos, les dio COVID y que supuestamente que si no estaban con síntomas fuertes que fueran al colegio y tenían prueba de COVID. O sea, como que ya salió yo no sé, un decreto que si no tienen síntomas que van al colegio.
All right, guys. So yeah, we're here communally together here. Estamos aquí en ambiente común. Van a escuchar algunas cosas que no deberían de escuchar, pero it's okay. All right, guys. So here we have. Vamos a darle un recorrido rápido a estas palabras que son interesantes para mí. Y digo interesantes para mí porque quiero enseñarles esto con afán, porque definitivamente es un faltante. Sí, varias veces le he dicho a ustedes que existe este fenómeno de la AU y de la AW, que simplemente mucha gente no sabe pronunciar. ¿Sí? Esa es la gran desgracia, que mucha gente dice aplaus, August, me imagino que entre ustedes habrá alguno por ahí que puede ir como que, yo, mi, auto, author, ¿sí o qué? ¿Lo han escuchado antes de su boca? ¿Alguno de ustedes? Autumn, because, yeah, happens all the time. Happens muy a menudo. Ocurre muy a menudo. Entonces quiero que eliminemos ese error de una vez. O sea, recuerden que nuestra premisa en estas reuniones de sopa de letras es básicamente ir directo al lenguaje fonológico, al vocabulario fonológico. Que dejemos el vicio de coleccionar simplemente significados y nos enteremos más o nos interesemos más por la pronunciación, porque si no hay buena pronunciación, pues esas palabras que aprendamos o sepamos en definición no nos van a servir para hablar en absoluto. Y ese no es el objetivo de este año. El objetivo de este año es hablar claro, hablar fluido, hablar de una manera precisa, que la gente nos entienda y que se sientan cómodas hablando con nosotros y nosotros al mismo tiempo hablando con ellos. All right, so, ¿qué es digamos que la regla de oro acá? La regla de oro es que hay dos sonidos. Un sonido se ve como una O interrumpida. ¿Sí? Se lo muestro acá. Este es uno de los sonidos. Este acá. Hagan de cuenta que es como una O interrumpida. Y hay otro sonido que está correlacionado con esta combinación de AU o AW, que es esta, una A abierta. Les muestro cómo funcionan esos dos sonidos. Primero vamos con la O interrumpida y luego con esta A. Listo. We can grab something here that I need. All right. So I'm good. Pay attention. Tenemos entonces los dos sonidos que tenemos. Uno es OA. ¿Ok? OA. ¿Cómo fue eso? No necesariamente estoy diciendo OA, no son dos vocales separadas, sino que la O, que es la famosa, el arito que está interrumpido, eso es O, pero se va relajando, o sea que tiende a ser un sonido prolongado, un sonido sostenido, un sonido largo. OA, OA. Esa es la evolución de este sonido. Es un sonido largo. No pueden pronunciar ustedes O, no es simplemente O, es O. O se va relajando un poco, se extiende el sonido, se va relajando a medida que se va extendiendo. Ese es el anillo interrumpido. La A que es alta, la denomino yo como una A alta, que es como que fueran ustedes a morder una manzana. A. Es amplia arriba y abajo, bajan el mentón, A. Entonces están esas dos opciones, OA o A. Aquí simplemente dejé las combinaciones más comunes en inglés americano, ¿sí? ¿Hay diferencia si pronuncio OA o A? No, en realidad usted puede escoger la que más le gusta. Puede escoger una u otra y no va a haber mayor, digamos, no va a haber ningún tipo de incertidumbre en qué dijo usted o si lo entienden o no, y usted va a entender perfecto. So, I just let you choose. Yo dejo que ustedes escojan. Pero les voy a mostrar aquí las combinaciones por palabra, cómo más comúnmente suenan cada una de ellas. ¿Ok? Tenemos la primera palabra, es applause. ¿Sí? Aquí tenemos esa O, applause. Applause, primera schwa, applause es aplauso, ¿cierto? Applause, o sea que no me vayan a decir ya aplauso, eso no existe. Applause, buen contraste aquí entre estas dos, recuerden, un sonido bien breve, seguido por un sonido prolongado, applause, applause. Recuerden que comienza como una O, se va extendiendo y relajando al mismo tiempo. Applause, ¿ok? Applause is the first one. The second one, miren cómo no utilizamos el anillito interrumpido, el arito interrumpido, sino esta. Es muy común. Habrá gente que diga August, August, ¿sí? En diferentes regiones de Estados Unidos habrá gente que diga August. I see you in August, ¿ok? Fine. Pero mucha gente va a preferir pronunciar esa palabra a. Recuerden que es una A que se abre, August, August. Y aquí con la primera sílaba acentuada tenemos contraste con la segunda que es breve, 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 ¿ok? August, August, August. Ese es, no es Augusto, aunque también puede ser, pero es agosto o Augusto, el nombre de la persona, August, ¿sí? August, Augustus, Augustus es, Augustus es Augusto. Este es August, simplemente. Presten atención, esta es la más común, O, como la O que se va transformando a una vocal muy serena, muy relajada, O, author, 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 primera sílaba acentuada, tiene su curva O, segunda plana y rápida, author. Author es el autor de un libro, por ejemplo, the author of a book. Next one is nuevamente, auto, auto es un auto, ¿sí? Tal cual, auto. O podría ser un sufijo, un prefijo, perdón, por ejemplo, autoimmune system, auto, automatic, por ejemplo. Autumn, autumn es el otoño, autumn. También se puede decir fall, pueden decir fall o autumn, autumn, autumn. Recuerden que la T entre vocales suena como una R, pero es simple percepción de nosotros, es en realidad una D, autumn, pero con la lengua, con un toque únicamente del borde de la lengua y un rebote muy rápido. O sea, que paso yo a decir autumn, que sería una D muy fuerte, muy plantada sobre el paladar, mucha porción, hace simplemente el borde de la lengua, el filo de la lengua, digamos, el borde de la lengua, autumn, autumn, autumn. En la misma posición de la D, pero simplemente tocas con el borde de la lengua para que sea un toque más rápido. Autumn. The next word is because. ¿Ok? Esta que está acá, esta que es tan común es because. Única y exclusivamente me van a pronunciar because cuando en realidad lo estén acentuando. No me vayan a pronunciar en contexto because, porque because es una palabra que es funcional. Tiende a pronunciarse, perdón, because. Because I don't know, because she wanted to come and because I love her and because I love you and because I love her, because. No because. A menos de que usted en realidad quiera enfatizarla porque se siente afectada o afectado. Because yo te dije, no me hagas hablar aquí delante de la niña, because, y ella me está mirando la niña, que es una Biblia. Entonces, what? I love my princess. Por allá mirando a ver qué es lo que estoy diciendo, porque es pilas a ver. So, no digan because, a menos de que en realidad sea digamos, el acento que quieres. Now, cause tiende a ser la abierta. Cause, que es la causa de algo. Así como, what's the cause for this? Why are we doing this? Cause, una abierta. Lengua un poco hacia atrás y el mentón abajo para una bien alta, bien abierta verticalmente. Seguimos con fault. Fault, muy común que la A, la U con la L suene como una O que se va desplazando a una posición más relajada a un schwa, ¿sí? Fault. Fault es, sí, podría ser la falta o la culpa, más bien, es más común culpa. Sí, my fault es mi culpa, culpa mía. Sí, fue culpa mía, lo siento. My fault, I'm sorry. ¿Ok? Fraud. Fraud es el fraude. ¿Sí? Fraud. O incluso cuando alguien es un mentiroso, una persona que está, digamos, aprovechándose de otros y no los tumba o les hace la vuelta, les roba su platica, ejemplo, that guy is a fraud. ¿Sí? Ejemplo, si yo les dijera a ustedes, bueno muchachos, se me tienen que pagar los 200,000 pesos que les dije para poder dar estas clases. Y usted dijo, oh, the guy is a fraud. No sabía. Fraud. Next word is haul. Haul, que es como arrastrar. Haul, este es precisamente haul, muy diferente a whole, que es el hueco, por ejemplo, o completo. Whole. Esto es haul. Es una O, nuevamente recuerden aquí, por lo que es necesario, les hago un énfasis, es normalmente una O que se va abriendo. O, whole. ¿Cómo evoluciona el sonido? Es un sonido largo, no puedes decir whole. Si dices whole, la gente cree que dijiste o hueco o completo, ¿sí? The whole story, the whole story. Pero esto es whole, whole, y es largo, whole, ¿ya? Hay una espectacular expresión en inglés que me parece muy chistosa, que es salir en una carrera. Es to haul ass. Es como arrastrar la nalga, arrastrar el rabo. Haul ass. The guy was hauling ass down the street. Pasó a la carrera, pasó a 1000. The guy was hauling ass. Y como cuando pasan esas motos que hay mucha bulla. Oh my God, that guy is hauling ass. Se chocó. Anyway, so let's go on. Lunch. Lunch, que no se confunda con lunch. Lunch, lunch. What did you have for lunch? What did you have for lunch? Lunch, que es almuerzo. Esto es launch. Launch, que es lanzamiento o lanzar. Launch. The next one is hawk. Es un tipo de ave. Es que eso es el que es un halcón o qué. Hawk. Hawk. Nuevamente vean aquí la forma en que lo pronunciamos. O que se va relajando. O que se va abriendo paulatinamente. Hawk. Maul, que es despedazar. Maul. Tendrá otros significados. Jaw, que es la quijada, o nuestra mandíbula es de jaw. Recuerden que Jaws era el nombre de la película que al español la tradujimos como tiburón, Jaws, que en inglés sería como mandíbula, ¿sí? Pause, ¿sí? Presten atención a esta, perdona, se me olvidó mencionarles estas ligaturas. Estas ligaturas corresponden al sonido ch y al sonido j, respectivamente, como la ch de choza y la y de llanta o yuca. Pause, vean cómo se pronuncia pause, es la pausa, una pausa activa, an active pause. Law, que es lo que practica mi esposa y por eso yo me manejo tan bien, me mantengo en mi casita, no salgo de rumba, me acuesto temprano, pues a mi hija, mira, es la verdad, sí, yo me manejo muy bien porque mi esposa es a lawyer, ¿sí? Y cuando tú tienes una esposa como lawyer, que además es bien perceptiva y bien brava, entonces tú siempre te manejas de acuerdo a the law. The law es una palabra larga, law. No vaya a decir law, 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 okay, I abide by the law, I respect the law, okay, the law of the land, law. Es larga, se va relajando. Una O que se va relajando, ¿ok? Recuerden que ese arito interrumpido es O. Manejen la ansiedad, que yo sé que eso produce mucha ansiedad, produce como un vacío aquí en el estómago, como cuando uno baja por una montaña rusa, que es que yo no puedo decir O, porque la gente me va a mirar raro, o me siento mal, digo O, lo, y yo soy como que, ay, no, esa es la forma en que se pronuncia. Si tú quieres pronunciar lo, porque así eres tú, entonces hazlo y que no te entiendan, ¿ok, Rigoberto? Como quieras tú. Entonces, law. Next one is sauce. Sauce, where's the sauce? There's too much sauce here. Se te fue la mano en salsa. Es la salsa, sauce. ¿Yeah? Sauce. ¿A quién le gusta la sauce? A mí me gustan todas las sauces, pero que sean hechas. A mí no me va a traer ni mayonesa ni salsa de tomate de tarro. No, gas, no me como eso. ¿Sí? A mí que me la hagan. Ah, bueno, si usted me va a invitar a su casa y me hace una mayonesa real con su aceitico y su huevo, una berraquera. Pero eso de fruco, no, come on, I don't eat that thing. Lawn, este es el jardín de su casa, o sea, la parte verde, la zona verde, ¿sí? El césped al frente o donde usted tenga césped, si es lo suficientemente pudiente, porque los que no tenemos lawn es porque no somos pudientes, claro. Si usted vive en un apartamento, pues you don't have a lawn, right? Maybe you have green zones, but not a lawn. A lawn es como al frente o atrás en la casa. Algún día, pues me lo sueño, ¿no? También una escalinata, ¿por qué no? Lawn es el prado al frente de la casa de uno o atrás, eso es la manga que llamamos nosotros acá en Paisa. I'm in my sauce. That's right, my friend. You're in your sauce, my friend. Lawn. Este es sausage. Saw y luego sage. Se cierra. Recuerden la ligatura, es la Y de llanta. Sausage es, este no es salsa. Este no es salsa. Salsa es este. No sean ridículos y ridículas. Sauce, ahora no es que van a decir, ay, muchachos, me regala un poquitico más de sausage. No, eso le cuesta. Ah, no, no, perdón, de la roja. Ah, ya, no, eso es gratis. Coja, coja. Coja, niña, con todo el gusto. Es sauce la salsa y sausage es chorizo o cualquier tipo de embutido. Salchichas, de todo eso. Just different varieties of sausage, sorry. Ya me iba a meter yo aquí una que no era sauce y sausage, que no se confundan. Sausage es chorizo, puede ser morcilla, puede ser chorizo español, puede ser cualquier tipo, right? Like pepperoni and salami are types of sausages that are Italian, etc. Okay, let's go to the next group of words. We have yawn, que yawn es bostezar, cuando ustedes ven que, ¡ay, esas clases de fonética me dan un sueño! Eso se llama yawn en inglés. Yawn, vea cómo se pronuncia, es un sonido largo, ¿ok? Yo me enseño con las escalinatas, Claudia, total. Desde que me la metiste en la cabeza, me las vendiste. Estoy vendido con las escalinatas. Yawn. Es un sonido largo que evoluciona. Yawn. No me van a decir yawn. ¿Sí? Yawn. Fawn. Un animal. Ahí les dejo para que consulten. Thaw. Thaw es descongelarse. Thaw. ¿Ok? Nuevamente el arito interrumpido es O, sonido extendido que se va relajando. Parte con el sonido inicial de la O y se va abriendo, se va relajando los labios. Drawn, perdón. Drawn es afuera. Esta noche vamos a leer el cuento de los tres mosqueteros y los tres mosqueteros se mantenían con la espada afuera. With their swords drawn. Drawn es afuera, ¿sí? O sea, por fuera de el scabbard o la vaina, como llame eso, el estuche, diríamos aquí en Paisa, el estuche de la espada. So drawn. Straw. A straw is this. Me van a decir ustedes como que, ay, qué profe tan antiecológico. No, 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 se me salió. Se me salió el profe. ¿Qué es eso que nos mostró ahí el profe? No, qué pesar, yo como lo estimaba. This is a straw. Sí, para uno tomar por el... Sí, las niñas que no quieren dañar el labial, o no quieren dejar ahí los labios marcados en el vaso, dicen, mesero, can you bring me a straw, please? Que en México es una pajilla. Y aquí cuando lo pronuncian así pajilla, se ríen todos. ¿Sí? Una pajilla, necesita una pajilla. Y aquí decimos es pitillo. Sí, ahí también le dicen popote, right? Different places, different names for things, right? Paja, pura paja, ya. Yeah. So, a straw es también paja. Es correcto, straw es paja. ¿Ok? Wait a second. No, paja vendría a ser más bien hay. Straw. Hay. Anyway, draw, que puede ser o extraer. Por ejemplo, you go draw some money out of the ATM, vas y sacas plata de la máquina que te da plata, la milagrosa, la ATM, el cajero. So you draw money. You can take something out like a drawer. A drawer es una cosa que sale de tu casa que se llama un cajón, ¿sí? A drawer. To draw también puede ser dibujar. Squawk es el sonido que hacen los animales. Squawk. Pero es el sonido que hace una gallina cuando está asustada. Este es el sonido de la gallina asustada que hace... Sí, no es cuando está contenta que... Sí, eso es diferente. Eso es cluck. Pero aquí cuando ella dice, "Ah", porque le asustaron, es squawk, squawk, squawk. And then dawn, que es la hora a la que amanece en la mañana cuando salen los rayos del sol detrás de la montaña en Medellín. Ese momento es dawn, aproximadamente 6 de la mañana en Medellín, Antioquia. Dawn. Spawn es básicamente como los hijos o la cría de un animal, ¿sí? Spawn. O aquí más común la puse spawn. Spawn. And then crawl, que es desplazarse bajo o arrodillado y en las manos, que sería gatear, ¿verdad? Crawl. Shawl. Shawl es el chal de las señoras, ¿sí? Que se van para misa y se ponen el chal. Ahí déjame, me pongo el chal. Viene del inglés quizás. Miren cómo se parece chal. Shawl. Claw es una garra o rascar así con las uñas. Puede ser también to claw someone. See, like when you are with a woman and she claws you in the face. Wow. Yeah, that's raw. Raw es en carne viva o crudo. ¿Sí? En carne, que te dejen en carne viva, como cuando a woman claws your face because you're a son of a gun. Y bueno, te deja las heridas ahí raw. Y raw meat es carne sin cocinar. Raw eggs es huevos sin cocinar, como los que hacían el experimento de Rocky en la película, creo que fue, ¿cuál fue esa? Rocky 4, que el tipo, como era pobre, se mete allá donde vivía en el carro móvil, quiebra un huevo y se lo come así crudo. La gente dice, ah, si Rocky puede y se vuelve así de lindo. Ok, los que están los que están por acá let me see, let me see. We only have one person here. Tenemos a una persona acá en YouTube. Ya regreso a Claudia Gil. Hi. Ya regreso porque me llamaron. Ya, me llaman y se daña todo. Just give me a second. One moment. From camera. Let's do this. Yeah. And add to series. Words and fun. Done. And add to series. Ya. Series. Jesus, estoy lento en esto. Words and fun. Done. Y location. Y esto es. Oh. And pronunciation. And word search. Intro. Listo. Share. Y vuelvo otra vez al el en vivo. Wait a second. Oh my God. Because that's my wife who was calling me, so. Okay. So we're back. We're back. Yeah, sorry, nos interrumpieron. Entonces veníamos acá con claw and raw. Seguimos con awful. Awful. ¿Ok? Awful es la siguiente palabra. Awful. ¿Sí? Normalmente no dices awful. Awful. Fíjate que en realidad lo quieres afectar hasta ese tipo de acentuación. Yo simplemente diría awful. Awful, que es horrible, terrible, maluquísimo. Prawn es un camarón grande, de los grandes. Prawn. Vault. Vault es una bóveda donde guardas cosas costosas, ¿cierto? O que para ti son muy valiosas. Pawn es uno de las piezas del ajedrez, que sería el peón, o sea, un pawn tuyo es una persona que tú simplemente lo envías a hacer cosas que sean o manuales o peligrosas porque no te importa qué le pase. Trauma es trauma, o sea, un problema que viene de un accidente, por ejemplo, es trauma. Y paw es la pata de un animal. Sí, entonces yo le digo a Dante, give me your paw, y él me da la pata, como pueden ver en el video que compartí en redes hace poco. Volvamos sobre todas las palabras una vez más. y les queda de tarea solucionar la sopa de letras. Los que quieran estas palabras, pues simplemente me envían un directo y les doy estas palabras con su pronunciación. Recuerden que es el menester de nosotros si queremos hablar inglés, bien y fluido, pues la idea es edificar, es construir, es mejorar nuestro vocabulario desde el punto de vista fonológico. Ahí no hay ningún otro secreto. Esta es tarea de todos los días. Construcción de vocabulario desde el punto de vista fonológico. Y nos vamos. Entonces, la pronunciación varía entre O y A, como lo vemos en este caso, en estos dos primeros casos. En esta palabra es más común escuchar O, que es una O que se va abriendo paulatinamente, y aquí es fija, que es una A muy alta, como que fueras a morder una manzana, lengua un poco hacia atrás, y bajas el mentón para que sea una A alta. Nos vamos rápidamente. Applause, August, author, auto, autumn, because, únicamente cuando está acentuada, cause, que sería cause, una abierta, fault, fraud, hall, haunt, que es asustar en algún lugar o, sí, o asustar, llamémoslo así, haunt. A haunted house es una casa embrujada. Launch, hawk, mall, jaw, pause, law, sauce, lawn, sausage, hasta chorizo. Y nos vamos con yawn, fawn, thaw, que es descongelar como las neveras de hace un rato. Drawn, straw, draw, squawk, dawn, amanecer, spawn, o spawn, es como un spawn, I guess. Crawl, shawl, claw, raw, que es crudo o en carne viva, awful, horrible, prawn, un camarón gigante, vault, una bóveda donde guardas tus joyas, pawn, un peón, trauma, que sería, puede ser una herida muy grande después de un accidente, pues podría ser trauma, o trauma puede ser psicológico también, en paw, que es cuando le pides al perro, the paw, give me your paw, and that is it, my friends, that's all. Eso fue de una, como motilando calvos. Esto fue concentración sobre un sonido que proviene de la combinación ortográfica de dos caracteres, la A y la U, dos vocales. En inglés entiendan que AU o AW es O, en su mayor parte de los casos que vimos era O, pero también puede ser O, como en el caso de awful. Oh my God, that's awful. Qué cosa tan horrible. Awful. That happened to you. Oh my God. Sí, pero en la mayoría de los casos es como trauma, trauma. Es un poquito largo ese sonido, ¿no? Ambos sonidos son largos en sí, para que ya sepan cómo se efectúan, cómo se producen esos sonidos y eduquen con eso su oído, porque la única manera de educar el oído es hablándolo bien para que el oído identifique. Y para los demás, para todo lo demás, ya saben que yo tengo Accent 101, los que estén interesados en Accent 101, pues me hablan y vemos a ver qué podemos hacer con respecto a su acento con mi plataforma de Accent 101, que está que arde. La idea es que todos comencemos a mejorar nuestra pronunciación ya, porque es la única manera de que este año garantizado hablemos inglés como unos gringos, gringas hermosos. ¿Listo? All right, guys. See you around. Esto queda grabado entonces para que lo vean otra vez si quieren, ¿ok? Bye, guys. Hello, Sylv. Hello, Sylv. How are you? How are you, Sylv? You look pretty tonight. Why? Why is it? What is tonight? It's Wednesday. Is it when you get out with the girl, or when you go out with the girls, or is it Tuesday? Thursday. Thursday, yeah. Okay, I thought that you had made yourself pretty because you were going somewhere. Just asking. Oh. You're gonna be with the Neas tonight. All right. Yeah, but I knew that there was something going on. You look a little different. You look like you're ready to rumble. Yeah, as opposed to when at this time you feel like, okay, this is like my last bit of gasoline for tonight. Fabian, I'm dedicating the last bit of gasoline. Take advantage of it. Good. Yeah, that sounds good. I like that. What did you eat for lunch? Because that also influences everything. Okay. Pretty much like what you get every day, right? Is that what you get every day for lunch? Okay. That's your normal lunch. All right. Oops. This is bathroom. Yeah, that's me. Yeah, that's one of my products. I have three products now in the swing. I have Lingo Stand, an app. I have Kahoot, which is a very and is the absolute proof that your grammar is strong. Is over 10,000 exercises, all made by me. Over. I mean, I'm thinking maybe it's more like questions. I think it's going to be around 50,000 questions of grammar, but it's just the basic grammar, but is repeated over and over. So you're prone to making the mistake eventually. The idea is to eliminate the mistakes, eliminate all doubts, and that's directed to basic students. And then I have Accent 101, which is a platform where you learn with your um, a favorite series from TV. You learn pronunciation with TV series. And there is Lingostan, where you can learn with your own text that you generate, and it gives you the opportunity to listen to the best synthetic voices that there exist, which is Watson. You can listen to different accents by Watson, reading your own texts, and you can then create flashcards and study. So I have those three. Okay, there you go. And they're cheap. They're dirt cheap. Son súper baratos. Dirt cheap. Son más baratos que la tierra. Que el polvo. Yeah. This is the year that I'm gonna start working more on that, like selling, selling, selling. I'm gonna tell you more about this later, little by little. Let's start today with something that makes me very excited. I shared with you a book that I stumbled upon completely unannounced. Fell on my lap, like everything in life. She said, whoop, like, oh, look at this. And I'm very excited. It's a very interesting account, very appropriate for these times of change. And it's correlated very deeply with the idea that we're pursuing this year of vulnerability. Very interesting. Very interesting, very well written. Is by a journalist, this woman. And she's talking about, she's directing this story and this cautionary tale and all the research she's made with the top scientists in the field to women who are special. I was not thinking necessarily of you as special. I was thinking of womanhood in general. And just reading a few pages, I think I read 10% of the book. And wow, I'm sold. I'm gonna have to finish this one because it's really, really good. It's the one that I just shared with you. We're gonna do some vocabulary, the most frequent words in this book in a moment, phonological vocabulary. So we're gonna study the pronunciation of those words, and we're gonna listen to you talk about metaphors. I know. Well, tell me more. Tell me more. Hmm. Treadmill. Hmm. Uh-huh. Yeah. Hmm. Right. Hmm. Uh-huh. 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 Right. Uh-huh. Exactly. I mean, exactly, because that's all it is. I mean, like, especially you and the kind of job that you have, the capacity for change that is extended to you by the work that you do, you need to be able to capture ideas out of something that is mentioned spontaneously. People don't think that the way that they talk has any effective meaning per se, but sometimes exactly what they say is what illuminates the path to what they want to accomplish. And you have to deal with customers that talk to you in a certain way. And if you were just paying enough attention, really interested in what is this person telling me this for, you could start to see the dots, the proverbial dots, and you could start drawing whatever you can draw out of those dots, connect them as it is. But most people are not interested in language. I mean, like the idea that they sold us of language in school was very much the idea that we have of language from school is a static idea, is a prefigured idea, is not something dynamic really. It's like, okay, we study language like as if it were a thing that's going to stay the same, but language evolves. And language can be not only the expression of physical things, can be also the expression or the materialization in a way of things that don't exist, you know? I think, in other words, in as a semi-summary of this, I feel that we need to become used to letting ourselves be surprised by the novelty of language because there's potential in language. How so? I mean, like, there's potential in language. There is more behind what is being said, what is being communicated, told, be it because of the metaphor of the idiomatic expression of people, because of what they say, and it can be accidental. I mean, like, I'm with Freud on this one. I agree with Freud on this one that those little mistakes of the daily lives that we live are not really mistakes. They reveal layers that are even not particularly available to us, layers of our understanding of things that is not particularly available to us, those mistakes. Sometimes you have seen that in a meeting, something is said by mistake. Somebody maybe apologize. Oh, sorry, no, that's not what I was going to show you. Or say, wait, show me that again. Say that again. And you're like, that's an excellent idea for this. And you would normally categorically dismiss, normally, I mean, people, we're trained to do that because we live immersed in a sea of information. So we're normally ready to say, no, we're doing this meeting, none of that. Blocking, because it's the essential, is a skill that you need to sometimes use in order to advance. I mean, we're going through an agenda for today, right? Come on, do that later during lunchtime. But sometimes you also have to have like everything in life, you have to be not too much leaning to that side or to this side of the fence, and be open and be ready to capture things out of the air, And metaphor, studying metaphor is something that allows you so much flexibility in interpretation that you can start finally using your imagination to judge in a way or to understand what people say. Even things that they say sometimes that make no sense, you could be like, wait a second. Let me think a little bit about what you just said. Genius. And it's also something that has to do with this book that you're going to start reading this week. Women have been misunderstood. Mm-hmm. No, that's it. Remember our deal. Remember our deal. This was our deal. We came to this deal and we shook hands on it. You're not gonna be able to read the whole thing, but we're gonna give you this week. If you read some, fantastic. You didn't read anything, great. Doesn't matter. But you only have this week. Next week you don't touch that book again. Maybe later, in your free time. But we're gonna forget about this book about metaphor next week. Maybe it's going to continue being used, the concept, but not the book per se. The only thing that I want to accomplish with this, which is part of what you asked me for, is to open new channels for you to consider things. That's it. I mean, just with what you're telling me, I'm absolutely sure that this knowledge about metaphor is going to become a tool that is going to nourish and develop your imagination in ways that you can't imagine. And you don't need to read the whole book to accomplish that because you're a very intelligent woman. So you already saw the potential of this, and now it's in your mind. You're contaminated now. So you don't need to read the whole thing. Yeah, it opens your eyes because we're users of language that just go through life completely misinformed about language, misinformed and disinterested, which is the worst part. I mean, misinformed is something kind of an accidental thing that happens, and I'm sorry that it happened to you, happened to me, happened to everybody. But the opportunities that are missed, and that's something that cannot be missed in your line of work. When you work in design, you're pretty much helping people imagine the unimaginable, picture the invisible. It's fantastic. There are a lot of people that have written about imagining the invisible. There is an architect, a German architect, that was his whole life was consumed by constructing the invisible, what people wouldn't understand. I'm going to share that book with you later. Fantastic book. because it's beautiful. It's inspiring to see a life that is dedicated to pulling ideas out of thin air. It's magic. That's what the magician does. You go, ooh, a paloma. And everybody's like, oh, woo. Where did that come from? But there are people whose job is to do that in real life with ideas that become things. And I mean, it makes me full of wonder and full of yearning to meet those people. I mean, when I meet someone who can do that in the simplest of ways, like making cucharas de palo. Say, how do you know where to cut the wood and make this? And because it looks fantastic when you see something beautiful, and then you want to kind of inhabit the mind of that person for 5 minutes, see what's going on. Oh my God, this is so great. It is. Or a cook, a person that knows how to cook very well, or yeah, it's like fantastic. I mean, like I have been friends with chefs, and it's really interesting the way they think about food and the respect that they have for food, and that they know that food is still alive, even if it's cooked, it's still alive, and they keeping that life, like not don't leave, the life shouldn't leave the meat, don't kill the meat, leave it as is right now, and it's fantastic. And one thing that I learned from chefs is never refer in a despective manner to food. Never, never. Like, oh, pass me that shit. Oh, thank you. It's not shit. This is life. Okay. Yeah, it's a little ugly. Like, there are people that are ugly and they're very nice people. And they can lend you money. You can have a very ugly friend, and then, hi, I need 10 million pesos. And the ugly friend gives you the 10 million pesos. Good. Anyway, so what else? Do you have any specific notes about the metaphor book that you can read? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Very interesting. Yeah, especially I think that with the idea of the orientational and directional metaphors, there is dissonance across languages. I mean, that there's no a coincidence sometimes. And that is what makes it, potentially of benefit to our studies, because we want to understand, like you said, okay, now that gives me understanding or a grasp, a more intimate grasp on how idioms are constructed in a language. Because the idiomatic expression of language depends solely on experience. And so if you live in a place that has a beach front, you're going to start talking about that a lot in your metaphor, in your idioms that you use, as opposed to people that live in the mountains like us. Yeah. Yep. Hmm. Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm going to show you for when you're running on your treadmill. Wait a second. Okay, I think I'm going to be able to join now. Hopefully it's not going to make a lot of noise this way if I don't get feedback here. One second. No audio. Okay. And let me allow myself to share my screen. Stop sharing and allow other people to. There you go. Give me a second. Screen and broadcast. Broadcast. Okay. So let's see. Okay, right there. Can you see that's my Audible? Yeah, that's my Audible. That book right there that you're seeing right there, that one right there at the top, the all new. Don't. No, that one. The one at the very top. The all new. No, the one at the very top that I'm showing you. So you have to look it up because I have like 120 books there. This is the all new. Don't think of an elephant. Okay, it has a lot to do with politics and how people think politically, but it is by George Lakoff. So he defines the structure, the framework of thinking in society right now that we use, modern times. Very interesting. For when you're running on the treadmill. This is by George Lakoff, the same guy that brought you Metaphors We Live By. Okay, just in case for when you're in the treadmill, you're like, okay, today I'm gonna run 11 miles. And then you can listen to George Lakoff. Yeah, can you destruction. All right, so tell me, what else? What else? Very, very excited to hear all this. What else you got for me from the book? Yeah, it's fair. It's fair. It's fair, but I want you to, like work off your notes, really, like because notes is pretty much what you noted is learning that is not tacitly available if there is the circumstances that pull it out or pull it up. But this is knowledge that you have already grasped in your hand when you say, okay, I learned this. Okay. I think it should be a healthy thing to do in class. Made. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Can you explain to me how you understand the metaphor that allowed you to understand that, please? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Exactly. Not premeditated. Maybe accidentally you come across something because it's on your path, because it's in your path. Mm-hmm. love it. I love it. Yeah, that's a winner. That's a winner right there. You have a winner because with that planted in your mind, now that you tell me I learned this, with that now planted in your mind, when you tell me I learned this, it starts to come out as a plant, starts to take roots in your mind. Before you know it, you're gonna be applying this same principle to many other things, to understand things, because that's the possibility that this book opens up to you, the possibility to imagine, to be imaginative with language, which is something that people normally don't see as a possibility. Okay, they normally think that maybe people that imagine language imagine stories, but not imagine language. But you can imagine language, and you can make interpretations of language that do not correspond with the stuff that you read in the dictionary. They're your own definitions, your own ways of feeling words. But we don't give ourselves the license to feel words. I do. I do. That's my job. I interpret the hell out of words. Okay. Right now, I'm reading every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I read a book on Instagram and YouTube Live. I read until midnight. From 9 until midnight, I read the book, and I explain part by part why this is, why they put this here, and why they're doing this, why they say this in both languages, in Spanish and English, right? And people like this. And what I use is this. I just use a license given from me to me. Just however you feel it, explain it. And it works. Yeah, it works because it connects and it's a lot of work, but I love it. I'm madly in love with what I do. Anyway, so the idea is, yeah, I mean, very excited for about what you tell me, because it happened to me, Sylv. When I came across this book, it really opened up channels that I never imagined even existed. Because we live in a world that wants to put everything under categories or wants to assign labels to everything. Like somebody had the perfect idea of what that should be called, and so that's what we all need to call it. If you want to call it something else, you're on your own. You're not part of the team. But here is like, okay, the rules, which is, by the way, rules is lines, okay? The rules have been blurred, okay? You might imagine that there's also the responsible thing to do, not to get too close to the edge of the sheet when you're writing, but you don't see the lines, which opens up your mind, your imagination. So yeah, definitely, this book opened up my mind in ways that I just adore. I love the power it extended to me, the power to imagine language. And that's it. Now you're contaminated, my friend. You're not the same. You're contaminated. You're going to start thinking in terms of metaphor now. Wonderful. Yeah, so that's that other book that you can read on the treadmill. And this book of this week is insane. This book of this week is insane and very informative. Is woman as a metaphor. Think of that. Woman as a metaphor. What is woman? Horrible thing. I mean, like, think of the worst of men combined, and they're never going to be equal to the worst of woman combined. You know, think of a witch who used to be killed. Remember? Witches? Witches were hunted, and witches were killed. Witches needed to be eliminated because they were dangerous. Okay? One of the most interesting, let's say, connecting metaphors to witch is the idea that a witch is a vessel. This is my favorite. Okay? A vessel is a container. Okay? A container. A container. Yes, it's a container of evil. The witch was the one that could be inhabited, communicate directly with, evil spirits, Satan, and, like other evil spirits. I mean, they could enter you. I mean, you were just a channel for them as a woman. Okay? I mean, wizards and warlocks, they didn't achieve this. So it was woman who is a container. And it's because woman has always been a container, has always been a vessel. I mean, like, man and woman can cohabitate or cohabit when there's sexual union because you are the vessel. Okay? Two men cannot do this. Well, they can, I think. But yeah, this is like, it's given to you by nature. And then a baby can inhabit inside of you because you have another cavity, you have another vessel to carry this baby around called the womb. So it's like, it's unbelievable. And yeah, so they made the vessel be also the vessel of Satan, and they were persecuted. Okay. And women have been categorized as schizophrenic, crazy, and you're going to read the history of what women have been considered through history in that book. Very, very interesting. And it's liberating because she says, well, I didn't know I was special. I thought I was crazy. But in today's world where anybody can belong, used to be just binary, man, woman, homosexual. Okay, different. Yeah. But now we have a whole gamut, a whole array, whole spectrum. Okay. And it keeps growing, right? It's not entirely a bad thing. It's not entirely a bad thing. But that is also reflective of what changes we should be undergoing inside of us. But it's not the same. I mean, we have become people that have advanced in areas of social life, but not in areas of psychological life or socio-psychological. We're isolated still. You're Silvana, you're a very special woman because you're Silvana. I mean, there's no one like you. Okay? But if you're not typical, like I say, other Silvanas or other women, then you're going to be considered crazy. You're probably going to lose your job. You're going to end up alone and sad and depressed. Maybe not even dogs are going to be with you, only cats. Now, the interesting thing is that it all is around you, like witches and cats and all this. It's all connected. But the idea is this book deals with how women can be special in a certain way and how through history they have been diminished to something else. Interesting book. Grabbed me, and I want you to take a peek into it, just like I told you with metaphors to live by. And if it grabs you, it grabs you. If not, just let it go. But it grabbed me. I thought it was fantastic. So highly recommend it. We're going to read some vocabulary, the top words from this book, not here. Quick, go. What do you got there? Show me. What's that? Yeah, I'm not gonna use the W word with you, but you are almost there with that brownie. Yeah, oh my God. Have you ever been to Salem, Massachusetts, where they kill the witches? Oh my God, it's so intense. They have the Witch Museum, right, in Salem. Yeah, that's like 45 minutes away from Boston. And it's incredible. I mean, the history is still, like you feel the energy in the air. Unbelievable. Not necessarily, no, a certain vibration in the air. I don't know. Certain, like, I don't know, a sense of anticipation of something to happen, but nothing happens. I mean, they can be. Why not? I mean, like, we live in a world that, as we see, is more than we thought that we could see and understand with the senses. So definitely, it's always been like that. We're only just now discovering that. We're not inventing the world. I mean, technology is taking us closer to, portions of the world that we didn't know existed. Like before it was dreams, just dreams. Oh, it's just your imagination. But now imagination and dreams are kind of becoming part of the matrix of reality, right? But it's always been like that. Only that now we come full circle to realize, well, look at this. So dreams are real. Yeah. So definitely there are people that are more perceptive than others, and they're categorized as crazy still today. One interesting term in this book is the special things that some women have become medicalized by modern society. There is medicaments, there's medicine for you guys, girls. There's medicine because you're women, because other people can't stand that you're so powerful and so different. So the witch hunts continue in modern times. They're killing your powers and making you feel bad about it, about being women, because as you know, we've known it for ages. Women have a sixth sense. I mean, there's no mistake in that. I mean, my wife knows things that I'm like, how the hell? I study that bullshit, and you know it without studying. It pisses me off that she's right. I mean, pisses me off that she's right when we're having a discussion, and I listen to the news every day, and then she's right. Okay, women have that special something, but society has come to define that as not typical, therefore wrong, therefore take this medicine. It's unbelievable. I mean, like, there's a book that I have here written by another woman called Cunt. Do you know the word cunt in English? Cunt, C-U-C-U-N-T, is the worst word in language, by the way. Es el peor insulto que existe. I mean, like, you could think motherfucker, like anything related to sexual matters or bathroom business. And now this is the worst insult in English of all times. Cunt es como perra hijueputa, pero de lo peor arrastrada, perra canequera. What you can think of the worst insult to a woman is cunt. It's the worst insult to womanhood, cunt. Now you know. Yeah, maybe somebody did, but you didn't pay attention because you didn't know. Hey, you cunt. I can't. Sorry. Yeah. So this woman that wrote this book, Cunt is the name of the book, was very controversial. She celebrates womanhood, and she says, "You bleed, woman. That's your power. That's your capacity. Love the blood. I mean, like, obviously don't do anything crazy with the blood, but like, don't feel bad because you're bleeding, because it's a special thing that nobody else can do. I mean, like men cannot do it. So therefore you're special because you can do it. So why make you feel like you're dirty from the time that you're little? They make you feel that because you're bleeding, you're dirty. And and the metaphor is everywhere in that industry. Like sanitary, like something needs to be, clean. Sanitary pads, and everything is like, you need like scents, you need like things special, like to make it smell like something. It needs to smell like a flower. It cannot smell like woman. No, it needs to smell like a flower because it's dirty. And so they make you feel dirty forever. But this woman in this book changed the whole thing around. Unbelievable. The name of the book is Cunt. And yeah. So we're here. We're connected to womanhood. I feel special. I feel like I need more hair. So definitely this book recommended. We're going to read some vocabulary from the book. We're going to study from the phonological point of view. So phonetics now. Classwork. Surprise, surprise. Look at this. Did you see there up top? At top? Ooh, what is that? Huh? Padlet. Your Padlet. Oh, just link. Yeah, it's in Classroom. It's Padlet, and right here is your book of this week. Divergent Mind, or Divergent Mind is the book. Okay, this is your book for this week. Here's where you share. You just come here and you can download it. Okay, it's EPUB, so it's perfect to read on your iPhone. Okay, so that's that. This is the book, Divergent Mind. Okay, look at how suggestive the title of this book is. Just for a second, just the title of this book. Let me see. Give me just a second. Where are we? Need the cover of this book. One second. Just bear with me for a second. Cover. What's the cover? Come on. Cover. It's not working. Wait a second. Okay, right there. It's beautiful. It's beautiful, and it's going to be inspiring to you, I hope. This is the writer, Gennaro Nierenberg, American girl. And this is the name of the book, Divergent Mind or Divergent Mind, Thriving or Prospering in a World That Wasn't Designed for You. And it's women in special. Thriving in a world that wasn't designed for you. Oh yeah, you see now? Yeah, Divergent Mind as the mind of women, because they're different. You know, they're different. You're different. You're special. You're really special. I mean, you're not special in a way that is especially different from us. You're just simply special. Okay? And thriving in a world that wasn't designed for you. That is what caught me was that subheading to the book. Because we live in a world where we are either S, M, or L. We're not allowed to be ourselves anymore. We need to fit into things. They're choices, yeah, but they're not your choices. So there are a lot of women that don't have a choice in this life, in this world. Very interesting. Painfully interesting, by the way. So yeah, that's the book. And it's now on Padlet. You did. Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's unbelievable. I mean, well, let me tell you something even more shocking. Uh, Culture shock, which is what you experience with this project, is culture shock. I mean, there are two types of culture shock. One is when you encounter that culture intimately because of, like in this case, your project. And another situation is when you go to that country and live with those people. Okay, you feel weird. You get sick. It's called culture shock. But culture shock happens more strongly. Pay attention to this. Happens more strongly when you travel to those areas where you don't see superficial differences. So if you were gonna travel, you're gonna go to Saudi Arabia now, next month, and you think that you're gonna be shocked, but no, you're not gonna be shocked because they look and behave and are so different from you. You're just gonna be interested, but not shocked. You're not gonna get sick. But when you go to, let's say, I don't know, let's say you go to the United States or to Canada to live for a while, yeah, there's not much of a difference, between the people there and you. I mean, like physically, the way that you behave, especially you, because you live, your socioeconomic strata is coincident with, maybe something that you're gonna see over there. So it's not gonna be like, okay, big difference, like they drink wine, I drink wine. They have cappuccinos in the morning, I do too. I mean, not much of a difference, superficially. And you get affected by the little things that are really different. Like the way they look or don't look, the way they express their ideas, a simple no, just like that, hurts you a lot because you're like, oh my God. And you feel bad. You decide to feel bad because, yeah, Paisas don't say no to your face. For example, you tell me, hi, Fabian, imagine I broke up with my boyfriend. You have a big car. Can you help me move my stuff? And I say, sure, Silvana, call me. Y yo nunca contesto. In a way, I told you no, but I didn't say it to your face. But the gringo tell you to your face, right? That there's no explanation, nothing, no side stories, no. Fabian, can I? No, that's it. And you think that they're mad, and you get hurt, and you get sick. and you feel depressed. And it's not personal, it's the way they talk. It's called culture shock. So yeah, it's culture shock what really affects you there with that project. But yeah, interesting. Anyway, this is the Padlet, and we have Divergent Mind right here. I have material here. We're gonna learn to pronounce these words, which you already know how to pronounce, but we're gonna pay attention to the pronunciation this time. The first word, one of the most common words in the book is the first one. How do you read that word? Yeah, now pay attention. This little virgula right here, see that little virgula? It's called a virgula. That signals this is the syllable that is stressed. And this is an that is big, right? I already explained that to you. The de Babylon, ¿te acuerdas? Sen, sen. So you need to lower your chin. Sen, sen. And then sensory, sensory. Typically, when you have a final vowel in a word, it sounds like it's stressed. How? You just extend it. And to extend the vowel in English, you need to close it more. You need to make it more tense. That's why we don't use a second schwa here, even though it's not stressed. We use this E, the hilo or the iglesia, because we can extend it easily. Sensory. Pronounce again. What? Yeah, don't kill it so fast at the end. Hold it a little. Yeah, that's much better. Love it. That's much better. Okay, let's go on to the next one. How do you pronounce it? Yeah, pay attention to all of these unstressed epsilons, let's call them. They could be schwas easily, okay? I could simply do this. No problem. Boom. Okay, sorry. And also here, boom. Okay. Sorry about that. Right there. Sensitive. Okay, sorry. There. Sensitivity. Try to say that. Yeah. Yeah, and yeah, that little prolongation at the end because it happens with all words that end in a vowel sound. Sensitivity. All right? And then we have the next word. Yeah, research, which is the noun. Research is the verb. This research with the stress in the first syllable. Therefore, that E is closed as the E in hilo, which is the lowercase e in phonetics. Research. Remember that this ligature is the ch of chosa. Research. Tends to be longer and then shorter. Research. Good. The next one. Yeah, you can say die if you want, or diversity. Right here it says diversity, but you can make it diversity, no problem. Okay, it's perfectly fine. You can do this. Sorry, you can do this actually. Yeah, you can say that. Neurodiversity. Yeah, or neurodiversity. It's a very long word because it's a long word that has another long prefix. The prefix is pronounced no. Pay attention to the type of oo that I'm pronouncing. British people say neuro, new, which is a tense vowel that is long, new. Americans instead pronounce this no, neurodiversity. It's a very different pronunciation. Okay, is the difference between oo and o? What's the difference? Food, comida, food is long and tense, and foot is no tension on the lips and short. Food, foot. But look at my lips when I pronounce foot. Yeah? There's no rounding of the lips. Lips are relaxed. Same here. No. Neurodiversity. Neurodiversity. And try to prolong at the end. Neurodiversity. Yeah, I like it. The next word. I like it. I like it. Yeah, I like it. This could be this could be another schwa. I mean, like the epsilon and the schwa are similar in a way that you could exchange one for the other. Why do people put this then and not another schwa? It's the principle. If there's no stress, schwa, right? Yeah, because some people in some varieties, some varieties of language, yeah, they pronounce teeth, teeth, sensitive, but it's not very common. Let me just answer a quick text that somebody's sending, and that's it. Because that would be my next class, or maybe canceled. Who knows? So sensitive. Sure. 8 tomorrow. Wait a second. Saturday. All right. So sensitive. Sensitive. It's the pronunciation. And then the next word. Yeah, you can pronounce it that way, but the most common pronunciation is this one right here. This ring that is interrupted is like this. It's pronounced like this. O. Nuestra O bien cerradita. O, pero se relaja. O. 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 You see that? O. So it's a long vowel. O. Autism. 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 Yeah, autism. I know, crazy. O. Just relaxes a little bit from the rounded lips to a more relaxed, extended lips. O. Autism. Autism. Yeah. First one is stressed. Autism. The next one. Mental. Yeah. Mental. Those consonant, schwa consonant in unstressed syllables tend to disappear. You could even hear this being pronounced like mental, like it doesn't exist. Mental. Uh, again with the neuro, but this time is gent. Yeah, with the ligature. Neurodivergent. Now the adjective of autism, or a little bit like or. Autistic, yeah, a little longer. And here again, longer. I like it. Disorder. Very good. Disorder. Next one. Yeah, eng. Like you're changing g to z. Anxiety. And then prolongation of the sound at the end because it's final vowel. Anxiety. Da-da-da. Okay. Next one. Yeah. It's like steps. It's like a staircase. First one is open or taller, and then the next one, and then the next one. So thera, thera, therapy, therapy. Okay. I think that the only correction that I would make is that you're not opening your S very much. I mean, this is kind of and depending on where you have it located, is kind of something that is missing. Therapy, thera. And the stress should make the contrast evident. Therapy. Okay. And the next one. Ka, psychology. Pay attention to the contrast. Ka, lit. Kale. Yeah, I like that. But pay attention. Vowel at the end, extend a little. Psychology. Perfect. Pitch perfect. You know, do you have Smule? Have you ever tried the app Smule? Smule, 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 fantastic. You select your favorite songs and you sing karaoke and you record yourself and you can send to your friends if you want, or you can sing with your friends. And the interesting thing is that you start to develop this tendency to pay close attention to how people pronounce sound, which is beautiful. There's so many things that we're completely deaf and blind to, but Smule allows you to relax and sing, which is something that is natural to humans. Smule. And if you're interested and you take a look, let me know, because I want to hear your opinion. That's you. That's your alarm. Oh, maybe you're gonna change. Maybe you're gonna change your mind. Maybe. You need to go. Okay, let's do a couple more minutes to finish this list. We're almost done. So we have psychology, and then we have this one. Tricky. This one is tricky. Cine. The two here are pretty short, like schwas. Cine. And then the. Synesthete. Synesthete. There's the stress. E as in hilo. And then je. Synesthesia. Yeah, je. It's the same sh, but with vocal cords involved. Synesthesia. Crazy, right? Yeah, beautiful. The next one. Two hits. Yeah, diagnosis. The schwas are the pivots. Tara, tara. Two big taras. Two big ta and the da. Tara, tara. Diagnosis. Sounds beautiful. Love it. Sounding so gringa, this woman. Okay, let's continue with the next one. Akia. This is, yeah. Occupational. Yeah. Tara, tara, da. Occupational. Like two words separate. Occupational. Much better. Next one. Yeah, which is characteristics. But you can also pronounce this, by the way, interesting note, you can also hear this traits. People also say that, traits. Oh, fantastic traits. Traits, same thing. Next one. Processing. Processing. Sensory processing. Perfect. Yeah, like it. Next one. Therapist. Rip. There has to be deep contrast right there. Rip. Rip. Therapist. I need to go to my therapist. I love therapists. Next one. Depress. So small, big, small. Depression. Yeah. Next one. Highly sensitive. Yeah. Next one. It's like a schwa. Emo. Give it more time to the mo. More time on the o. Take your time on the mo. Emo. Yeah, there you go. So take your time on the mo. Enjoy the mo. Emo. Enjoy. It takes the time. Take the time. Emo. And then Chanel. Kill it quickly. Emotional. Emotional. Yeah, some people say emotional. That's not what it says here. That's why it's there. You say it like that because you've heard it many times. Good. It's excellent. But other people are going to say emotional, emotional, right? And these tend to disappear. Okay, so to finish it up, didn't want to leave it right there. Now I want to finish it. So emotional. Then we have the magical word. Love it. Love it. Love it. This word is fantastic. This one right here. Start with it. Spec. Open big spec. Give it to me. There you go. Beautiful. Like open up. Spec. And then spectrum. Those countries need to be very well marked so you sound, like I want you to sound pro. Spectrum. And the next one. Environments. Yeah, environments. Some people omit this N too. No worries. Environments. Okay. Environments. Environments. Next one. Well, this is a repetition. So let's go to the last one. Yeah, neurotypical, typical, which is a fancy word for normal. Like if you're normal, you get jobs. If you're normal, you get a boyfriend. If you're normal, you get a dog. And but if people realize the power behind not being normal, abnormal people are the ones that construct the future, not normal people. Normal people are pawns of the system. They don't question. They don't see anything weird. They get the vaccine. I want to be canceled, right? I want to be canceled is what is happening. I'm begging for cancellation. Every time that you talk about that thing, that everything suffers. Your ratings suffer. I got canceled for 2 years on Instagram. No followers because I was talking about the thing. Don't talk about it, Don't talk about it. There you go. So that is the end, my friend. I welcome you to this book, The Universe of This Book. Just open it a little bit. Don't read the whole thing, as you know. Well, if you read it all, it's not my fault. It's your fault. It's on you, is what we say in English. Yeah, culpa tuya, it's on you. If you read the whole thing, it's on you, my friend. But I think it can grab you. All right, girl. As always, hey, you're looking pretty. Enjoy el Deportivo Independiente Medellín. Ojalá que hagas mucho escándalo, que llegues a Fónica mañana. So, do I see you tomorrow? All right, then I'll see you tomorrow. Tomorrow you tell me, type into DeepL what you did at the stadium, what you ate, si comieron oreja con yuca, careta con yuca, que es en el estadio muy rico, coma, careta con yuca. I want to try. All right, girl, enjoy yourself, okay? Bye-bye, be good. Con el hocico puntudo. Es una belleza, es hermoso. ¿Quién lo regaló? No sé quién lo regaló. ¿Quién nos regaló este perro tan lindo? Lo sé. La abuela y el tío. Un perro tan lindo, ¿ah? Un perro tan hermoso, de pelo suave, divino, cariñoso, amigable, pelo suave, dientes blancos, ojitos amarillos, ojitos color miel. Bien lindo, hermoso. Es un perro divino, hermoso. Te amamos profundamente. ¿Sabes? Sí. Hermoso, unas orejas espectaculares que me encantan, pero yo siempre me ha encantado. Muy inteligente, muy inteligente. Listo. Con la ay, con la ay, ay. Así como, así, ay. Esto es más, ay. Esto también. Ay. Así como, ay. Sí, como se están egoístas. Ay. Una meditación no tan duro. Ay. No pasito. No pasito. No tan duro. De que los sitios de pasito y este lugar de duro. ¿Qué hacen?
Pavi, que estás en directo por YouTube.
All
El
right.
micrófono abierto.
Oh my goodness. Well, see, it's giving freebies.